This is the world that we live in. These are the dynamics that are putting pressure on us to change and pressure on how we change as organizations. So I want to thank you for starting this conversation by really looking internal and external about what it is that's going on around us, causing us to change. It results in what some in this change world have called this VUCA world, a world characterized by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. VUCA comes out of the military in terms of the situations we experience in the battlefield. It starts to feel like what it feels like in the business world and in our lives as well, that things are volatile and uncertain and complex and ambiguous. But I truly believe this is where organizational agility steps in. It becomes our ability to address not only that VUCA world, but saturation, the notion that we have too much going on than we can handle. Our last round of research indicated that 73%, nearly 3/4 of our participants, were at, past, or nearing that point of change saturation. And it turns out saturation, like resistance, is not free. It has cost and consequence. What came out of the research is that there are individual consequences when we are in a saturated environment. Things like confusion, disengagement, frustration, more errors. Eventually, I walk out the door of the organization. Projects begin to suffer when we're saturated. We have a lack of resources, a lack of energy, a lack of sustainment. We see projects that get stood up and then get stepped away from. And in the end, organizations suffer in this saturated environment. We see loss of productivity, systemic attrition, a loss of focus on business basics, real significant morale and scar tissue that gets left by attempted but failed changes. When we have too much going on than we can handle, it has impact. And that, I believe, is where agility comes in. Just a couple of data points: 76% of 1,150 CEOs in this PwC survey, these CEOs said that their ability to adapt to change will be a key source of competitive advantage. 9 out of 10 in the McKinsey quarterly study of those executives said that organizational agility was critical to business success and growing in importance over time. And PMI, in their Pulse of the Profession article back in 2012, wrote out this fairly simple equation: greater organizational agility equals better performance, which equals improved competitive advantage. Not only that, but I think agility also is how we begin to set ourselves up to succeed in this world where we have constant pressures to change who we are and how we operate if we want to realize strategic imperatives and advance our mission.